did overlap paper. Okay, now I can fix it a little better. Do I got my other scissors in here? Because what we not gonna do is use fabric scissors for this paper. End up over here. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what it says. That's crazy. I need to find the other foot that I got just for regular sewing. I don't know where it is. It's probably with all my other stuff. Anyway, okay, I went ahead. I'm not going to do nothing to it on the front because I'm still kind of working with this design. I did trace, and I'm gonna have to fix it the rest of the way. I was like, Lord, how wide did I want them to be? I need my, this is good. I can do this. Trying to clean my lines up some. I messed it all up. I'm gonna see if I got a Sharpie to darken the lines once I finish. And it would make sense to have a better eraser, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and finish drawing this. They know I'm not a sketch person, but I can get what I need to get done so I can have what I need to sew. Alright, let me get this up here because I want the curve to look a little better. And then I can run my line back this way, because generally when you look at any type of underwear piece, the front is always lower than the back. So I'm gonna look at right. I don't have a black one in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and trace this with the you know what, I don't even need to trace it. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it out. But I use some of my transfer paper because it's wider, and that's basically the shape that I need. But when it's time to I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it. These scissors glued together. What the hell? I didn't know that. I hope they still work. Because I'm sure not using my fabric scissors. That's what we not gonna do. Anyway, okay, they coming together. We're gonna put them together. I don't need nobody telling me what to I wasn't sure. No love affair. wants to do another one just to trace the front. But what I'm gonna do instead, I'm just gonna cut this part off. No, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my piece out that I need like this, and then I'll cut that out, and then I'll cut the front. That's how we're gonna do that one today. I ain't gonna worry about it like that. But what I am going to do is make sure I turn my fabric the right way. So this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the stretch that you need from side to side to hug your hips. So you don't want to mess that up. And to make this piece, I'm gonna fold it in half because yeah, that's what we need. Fold this in half, and the fold is gonna be my front part of my underwear piece. And let me get my piece together so I can turn it around. And I'm using like a it's kind of like a double knit. I like it a lot because I actually made, I think I made me a what's the name out of this? Where is my handy dandy bag? But no, I need some weights, so when I cut this, I don't have to worry about it shifting off the what's up, Reba? Hey girl. Child, sitting up in here, I said, let me go ahead and do something with myself today. Girl, that rain was all sexy up in these streets. Got me ready to go half on the baby. No, dang on well, I ain't having no more babies. I said, girl, get up and sew you something that you need. And I decided to go ahead and trace an old pair of underwear that I had. And I was like, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and make me some panties, girl. You always need some panties. Okay, so that is going to be the back piece, the booty piece, the bloomer piece. And that's always the biggest piece. Yes, girl, I had to go ahead. I said, snap out of it, girl. Snap out of it. Don't you text nobody. Don't you call nobody. Girl, I had to snap out of it and say, you know what? That's the back piece, yes. I'm going to sit that to the side. Now I'm going to cut the front part off so I can make the front. I feel like the front should be a little wider. I don't know. I'm going to make that a little wider. That's the fun thing about making your own, or just being able to see how to adjust it. Child, you can switch that thing up how you need it. So that's going to be the front. I'm going to sit that to the side just in case I need to put it back together. You know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely be making me a few of these because I've got plenty of stretch fabric. So I'm like, well, why not? Shit. Okay, let me cut this other piece off because it's messing up my flow. Where's my other scissors? And as you can see, I'm swapping out my scissors because these are my fabric ones. And these are my ones I just use for whatever type of paper I got going on. Because, see, you mess your fabric scissors up because you got to keep them sharp enough to be able to go through fabric. And when you get to playing around with them, girl, I remember the first time my kids came and grabbed my scissors for some daggone paper. Girl, it wasn't a good scene. I'm trying to fold this. And also, I'm making sure I'm got my got the right stretch from side to side, because again, we're working with stretchy fabric. That's the beauty of having it. You can, you know, make that thing wag, make that thing wag, make that thing wag, make it wag. Yes. But anyway, what y'all doing today, girl? It's all rainy up over here, and it's, you know, it's coming and going, but I had to bring myself out that bull crap. I said, no ma'am, that part of my life is over. Yes, torn and confused. What Murray say? Frustrated, I waited. Now I don't. She said, I used to love him. Girl, anybody got time for this shit no more? Yeah, let me focus. But yeah, I'm about to cut this out. I had to pull it back some because I had to get it closer to me, because I want to make sure when I make these, I'm not like, I don't know what it is. The last time I made them, I really didn't have much luck. For real, I really did not. Y'all, this is like one of those projects that I'm still trying to get right. So, it is what it is. And I be trying. But they came out good. I just didn't like them. I don't know. I did keep a few. I think it was the fabric that I made them out of. Because all stretch fabric don't feel the same. Some is more comfortable than others. So, this is the front part. This is going to be the front for the girls. For the girls. This is the front part. Yes, yes. Check it out. What I do with the back piece? This the back piece. Yeah, she got booty. She got booty. Yeah, yeah, she do. And what I like to do is I cut a piece like for the front, like right here. I go ahead. Let me pin this down a little bit. I go ahead and make an extra piece to go for the front part. So I go ahead and get another piece of this fabric right here, and I basically I can cut me a little scrap piece for that. You know, everybody do it however they do it, but I'm gonna get this little scrap piece of fabric right here, and I'm gonna put that like right there. I'm gonna put it under it, just right. It'd be nice to be able to trace it, but today what we gonna do, we gonna go ahead and cut it, because ain't nobody got time for all that. Make sure that thing stay in place. Don't move. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right there on the side, like that there. There. Get them panties jumping. Okay, and then go here. Now I need to remember how I'm gonna leave you. I'm just gonna do this. This gonna be how far my ass gonna go. I don't really care. Ain't no rules to this. So when I sew this, I'm trying to remember how I did the last time. I can do this, and then I can flap it back, and that's gonna give me my you know, like how people generally had a white part. Do you make bonnets for the kids? Yes, girl. Sure do. Her little one right now. The little teeny baby. Yes. Yeah, sure do. I sure do. And you know the funny thing, I didn't even think, you know what? Mine, she don't even like them. Like I would go like even make like a cute design and everything. She wear them sparingly. So I don't know. I think when I first started out making them, I started out with the kids in mind. And then she was looking at me like, girl, I ain't wearing this. And she sleeps so wild. And the funny thing is, I got to test the type of bands and all that fooling with her because she slept so wild. I ain't lying, girl. She helped me get that thing together. She don't even know. Yeah, but this gonna go right here. Once I sew that in, and then we're gonna get that over here. I feel like it's another piece missing. But this, we gonna freestyle these. We gonna make these work. Oh, that's the front, that's the back. Cause you know I got a lot of booty. But I'm gonna hem all that up. And because it is a stretch knit, I can't get it out. Stretch knit. I am going to be using my, let me make sure, do I got my, I need a jersey knit needle. I think I got one in here, but let me make sure. Oh yeah, it is a jersey needle in there from the last time I did them headbands. So yeah, I'm good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and stitch this part together. This is like the little, you know, the little the crotch part. I think I'm doing it right, child. It's been so long since I did this. We gonna, let me fix my machine back. I'm gonna hit a zigzag on that edge. We're gonna hit that zigzag, and then shoot. Come on now. And what I like about making like random stuff like this, it don't even matter how it turn out because it's yours and you gotta wear it. Yes. So that part is this, and I'm gonna fold this back to go right here. And then I'm gonna stitch it down. I'm gonna run a stitch across here, across the front like that. I seen all these crazy directions. I was like, girl, I'm not doing all that. If I can put it together structure wise, that's what we gonna do. Cause I was looking at a couple videos because I was like, girl, you can do, like, when the thing about sewing certain stuff, it's so many different ways to do it. But me, I'm not, girl, shit. Baby, I wanted me another pair of panties. That's what the hell I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sew them the way that I feel like sewing. So I'm gonna run this across here. That off. I'll take my pins out now. My pins help me keep that thing in place. So generally people go ahead and join these together. You know what I'm saying? Turn it around. So the rule for thought when it comes to sewing stuff and putting it together, always remember that you're joining and sewing your items inside out. That's the whole thing. That's how it kind of go down when it comes to clothing. So I'm putting all the cute stuff facing. So I'm sewing it inside out. And as you can see, my back part is going to sit up a little higher because your boot is supposed to be bigger than the front. Okay? That's just how it goes when it comes to sewing. When you sew pants, your back part bigger, you know, when it comes to sewing. All right, so I got everything laid out. I'm gonna start dropping some stitches in here. I mean some pins in here. That way I don't gotta worry about nothing going and running away from me. And then I'm gonna put some over here. Oh shoot. Certainly. Put that right there. Boom. And then I'm gonna do the same thing down at the bottom. That ain't look crazy. But we're going to bring that in. We're going to bring that in together. That's the wrong pin. Lay that thing up in there like that there. Boom. So that's just a random situation we got going on today. Yes, indeed. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stitch here. And I'm going to stitch here. Because like I said, the whole premise of this is sewing your stuff inside out. That's how that thing go. And then I stitch down here at the bottom as well. So those are the three parts that I'm gonna stitch on. I think I'm gonna change it down to a straight stitch because I really don't need my stuff jumping and moving. And the beauty of using something that's real stretchy and good, you don't have to worry about like if I go in a little bit on the measurement, I know it's still gonna fit me because it stretches. Make sure you always back stitch your work, because if you don't back stitch your work, you're gonna have to do it all the way over, child. It will unravel like a lot of these bitches lives online. And then when you get to the end, you back stitch that part right there. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna take that off. And I like to cut my little strings because it's a little knife right there on the back of the sewing machine. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I just got it turned upside down. I'm gonna stitch along the side. And I'm gonna go in a little bit. I'm not gonna stitch like directly on the edge. I'm just gonna do that. Then I hit my back stitch. Stitch that again. Then when I get to the end, I'm gonna back stitch again. Because again, I don't want my stuff to unravel after I work all extra hard. And for real, if you want to, you can serge the side, like with my serger, but I'm not pulling that out. I'm not doing all that because it is a lot of projects that you can do with your regular machine. It's just all a matter of preference. Now the serger I got when I wanted my stuff to look a bit more professional and when I was starting to get a little bit more comfortable with getting ready to sew stuff. And well, sell stuff, if that makes not sew, but sell stuff. Okay. Alright, now this gonna be a little thick. But I'm okay with that. Then I'm gonna back stitch it. Now, certainly not me. This where we at so far. I ain't even gonna pull the strings off. This where we at so far. We've already put this thing together. That's what is going on right now. Already put it together. So to seal the deal, I guess you could say, what I'm gonna do, because a lot of people, you know, they'll add elastic, they'll do all of the things. What I will do is for the top, you know what, let me measure the top, because I might not even need no elastic for real. I don't got my measuring tape. Oh, there it go. Oh shoot, I probably won't even need none. I might just be able to just stitch this, put this thing together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hem it. Of course, you always hem your items once you finish making them, so they can look good on the outside. I ain't even gonna worry about that. Well, I said I wasn't gonna worry about the string right quick, but I want to get that one. That one getting on my nerves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this real tiny once, and then I'm gonna fold it again like that. And then I'm gonna take me a pen and set that thing in place so it don't unravel. And I'm gonna keep doing that around this whole little part around the leg part. And if you know how to roll a joint, you know how to roll him some clothes. Okay, there we go. Roll it like that. Yes, and this is not for the churn. The churn is at school, so you know what I'm saying, they supposed to be rather. Put that here. And I'm gonna roll, keep roll hemming all the way through. Roll this one here. When I wake up. And then I gotta roll it all the way till I get to the till they meet. Basically, I'm going around that whole leg part. All right, this one right here being a little extra. Bless you. But that's the whole leg part right there. So basically, you hem that, and I mean, of course, I'm gonna have to hem this one, that one, and then I gotta hem all that, and I got something to put on because now what I will do somewhat of a zigzag going around there, because if you do a straight stitch, you run the possibility of that fabric, that thread snapping. So you want to do the zigzag because the fabric is stretchy. So you want it to, you know, be able to do what it's gonna do. And child, if that thing pop, you know, some people use a straight stitch, but I'm gonna do a zigzag. Um, because I don't have any type of elastic or nothing that I'm using. So we're gonna back stitch. And as I go, I stop and take my pins off. that's just that side stitched up. And of course I have to keep going. I got to stitch the other side as well. I'll cut my threads in a minute. But I do like the pen. Let's start right here. And for real, when it comes to this like knitted fabric, you don't even have to worry about it fraying. So you can hem it if you want to, but I like to hem it because I just like how, you know, the stitching looks on it or whatever like that. But there's plenty of projects that I've made out of like a real stretchy knit that I never even thought I didn't hem it, you know, because I knew it wasn't gonna mess up when I wash it. And I grabbed this one because I already had a I had already made a sports bra, I think, yeah, out of this fabric. So I already have the top to this. So, you know, it was like, okay, well, let me go ahead, put that thing together. We're gonna call this We Got Panties at the House Hood Edition. Yes. Like how they say we got food at the house. We got panties at the house. So oh Lord. I pray for me. I be saying stuff that don't make sense sometimes. Okay. So I hem that side. Okay. I try not to work with too many pins in at one time because, you know, a lot of people, they worry about getting, now that's when you gonna get poked and stuff when you doing the most with the pins. So I like to choose my battles. I don't want to have pins all over and then I be struggling with the pins. I don't want to do that. So yeah. All right. Go ahead and zigzag around this. Back stitch it. which when I got to the end, I'll just come back here right quick. And that's basically the leg parts I completed, and they are stitched. And what I'm going to do is do the top. Let me measure this one more time to make sure this is what I want to do with these undies, because I don't want them to be too small. Yeah, they're gonna be perfect. They're gonna be perfect because it's a knit. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I probably won't use my pins this time for this one because, you know what, yes I am. Yes I am. I'm gonna hem the top. Girl, I am not above using pins. Let me stop acting like I am. Okay? Because, you know, I like to use pins when I'm using a certain type of fabric. If I'm using knits, I love to use pins. Now where the front and the back joins, I had to roll it in a little bit extra, but I do want my back to be a little bit higher than the front. Okay, so I pinned the top, and this is the waist. A lot of times you can add elastic to it. They have this type of elastic. It's like a folding one. It like folds around the edge, and a lot of times that's what people will use. Or even if they hem it, they'll go ahead and they'll add like a little a flower looking one. But honey, we ain't doing all that today. So again, this is what they looking like so far, and we gonna stitch the top of it, and we done. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this think my what's the name ran out. I know it didn't. It's about to. I hate when that happens. It look empty. One of the things, this is a rule that I hardly ever follow, but I will say, always have you an extra one on hand, or always make sure it's full before you start your project. Me, I just jump up and start sewing, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I got one in my case, but I don't even feel like getting up and going to do it. But yeah, that's basically how you finish stitching it. But what I'm about to do is thread a bobbin. So basically this is the bobbin for this machine. All of them are different. Now this is the one that has a little curve to it on the, some of them are a little more flat on the top. So what I generally do is I always like to make sure everything is a teachable moment, so I don't feel no type of way about it. This is straight enough to go inside here. I'm doing it the exact same way I normally do it. You run it that way. You grab the top piece and then you start it, because I've already threaded it to get it ready at the top. I pop it up here, push it over. I'm going to hold on to my string for a little bit so I can guide it through. And as you can see, it's going to start handling business up here at the top. And it don't take long. Alright, once that's done, you pop it back to the left, you pull it out, you cut it. Now I do have a little bit sticking out at the top. I'm going to cut that off. And then you sit it back in there and you follow the directions on how to place your bobbin back into your machine. Pop that in place. And now it's time for me to thread it to sew it. All right, so I'm gonna pick up where I left off. I'm glad it didn't, because like I caught it right when I needed to catch it, because it was still threading, so it literally had just went out. Whew, that was a close one. So I'm gonna start a little further back on top of the stitching that I did. I'm gonna hit my back stitch and I'm just gonna keep going. And that's like one of the things that people will generally have to edit out of their videos. This is just live, uncut, and raw. Okay. get up and get this sewing shit some days. Okay, when I got to the end, I backstitched that. And the reason why I decided to zigzag stitch around mine is because I really did not plan on using any type of elastic. So with the zigzag stitching, you know, it looks a little wonky, but everything is going to fit and it's going to be forgiving. Now I could easily go in and add an elastic, but I did not want elastic in these. I don't know. I'm kind of over like the elastic phase in underwear. Because generally the way that they are made, there's elastic, and these can be pressed a little bit if I need them to, but leave them just like this. Now what happens is there's a lot of elastic that goes all the way through the underwear and stuff like that. And I just did not want that for myself. So if I had to fold these and I had to pull my pattern back up, oh, that's the, put the back in here. This is what was made. I can't even fold it because it's so, hold on, I got strings everywhere. The thing won't, I forgot I cut the piece off. So basically, this is the pattern, how everything was made. Yeah, child, we made it through. Yes, indeed. I'm so glad that y'all stayed and listened and watched me make some panty draws today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'm going to go in here and fix me something to eat because your girl hungry and I ain't about to sit up here and mess around and get hangry. But I'm going to see y'all later.